Hello, Moment friends! Andang here for another episode of Transport Fever. When we last left off, we had made a ton of mistakes, but we fixed those mistakes. And now you might be looking at the screen and wondering, where are the trains? Where's the rail line? Where's Oklahoma City? Where's all this stuff? I've actually started a whole new game because we had been starting to miss trains, and trains were going to become more and more rapidly unlocking, and we were not going to be able to see all of them. And so I decided, instead of trying to, build up money and go through all that again, we're just going to start over, hopefully not make those mistakes or any other major mistakes, and be able to just financially, quickly get into things and really start expanding our railway in the new map here, and hopefully not get a ton of debt along the way. So we learned a lot of things about how the game has changed from Train Fever to Transport Fever, and so now we will hopefully be able to better optimize our gameplay here. So we're going to start out here in Waterby. This is the second largest city in the area, and the reason I'm picking this is because it has nice flat possible connections later on to Toledo and over to Madison, and then Madison can connect to Amarillo, and then just across the river is Birmingham, which is the third largest city, or fourth I think, in this area. And then you can also connect on to Clearwater, and that'll actually create a nice little circle here without having any major issues. And so we could actually, connect all these different cities together without hopefully any problems, which is what I'm hoping on, and hopefully we can do this fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is actually probably get rid of these houses here and connect this road up, which I know a lot of people have said is, very bad. We might actually not have to do that though if we can curve it here. So let's actually do that instead and curve around so that we're not wasting money here by having to relocate homes and all that stuff. So, alright, we are using the smallest road here, which is not what I meant to do. But I guess that little curve there will be fairly small, and the city can decide what to do with it later. And if it becomes an issue, we can delete stuff later on. Okay, let's actually... do we want to connect it just like that? I think we do, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. And then build on off of that a little bit. And then we will be building our train station right here. So let's go ahead and see if I can remember the controls here. And let's see, we want that a little bit tilted up, but not majorly. Let's build this, and let's actually go ahead and build it too wide, even though we're probably not going to use that for a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and do it just so that it's already upgraded and good to go. Okay, so now in Madison, since we probably want to go back down to that city and definitely back down to Amarillo, we're going to want it to curve so that it can come back down. So we're going to just go ahead and connect these two roads together, maybe. Alright, let's see, how do we want to do this? We're going to extend this on out first, and then connect this up like so. There we go. And now we can just put our nice little, I don't know why I keep on clicking on that one, rail area. Yeah, we want to put it at an angle, so we'll put it like right there-ish, and that should be good. Cool, let's go ahead and build our line on out here. 120 the whole way, hopefully. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want to cross this road at full speed. Cross this road at full speed. And make our way on around here. Okay, so that one's on the top. Not that it really matters, but we're going to be consistent here. So there we go. Now we got our line all set up. Our first line is now done. Of course, we still have to make it actually be a line, But we're basically done with this, and let's go ahead and build this on out just a bit, and build our depot here. And turn it around, there we go. Okay, now let's build a line from new line, so that, from Waterbury on over to Madison. Okay, now we've got our line. Now I think one of the things we actually want to do is maybe set the bus route up first, at least in this second city, just because the city is far away from the station here, and that is our bad completely. But we might also want the train to just go ahead and get started, so let's actually go ahead and do that, I suppose. But we're going to build the other one first and then come back to Madison. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy one of those. And I know that a lot of people recommended not to buy too many cars at the start. I like to buy cars at the start just so that I don't have to mess with it later on. We're going to go ahead and get at least 4. We still have enough money with our 3 million. I think we're going to go ahead and get a 5th one. And then let's go ahead and set line 1. There we go. Now we're not going to play time yet because we want to go ahead and set up this route at the very least. So let's go ahead and, well, actually we do want the train to go ahead and start making its way on over there. So once it gets out of here, go ahead and select it, put it on over here in the corner, and continue on our way over here. One thing I did want to check was contours. Yeah, we pretty much avoided all contour lines except for this one, which we obviously had to make it through. But, you know, we avoided all major contour issues. And going to Toledo we can, and going down here there's just this one line. And then there's crossing the river, obviously, to Birmingham. And yeah, it's mainly just avoiding all the contour lines. This is just a fantastic place to be building here. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and set up our bus and tram area. And we're going to go ahead and put it right here, I suppose. Yeah. Now, let's see, first of all, how much this covers. So this covers all the way to there already. So everything in this whole area will be covered except for that one. Alright, so if we want them taking right turns, we want it to be on the right side of the road here, obviously. Okay, so let's put one right there. And then build this road on out. Let's see how much that covers. That covers everything. So we just need one station, that one. And that covers it all right now. And we'll edit this route later, but right now that's all we need. So let's go ahead and make a new line. Put one there, put one there. There we go, it optimized it on out. And we're good to go. Now we do need to, of course, be adding in the trams. And by trams I mean road vehicles. Trams are horrible, at least they were in Train Fever. They caused all sorts of unnecessary issues. But now, let's just put it right here. Okay, buy road vehicles. We're going to buy a couple carriages here. 1, 2. Let's see how fast that gets us. Every 3 minutes, we want to go a little bit faster than that. So on line 2. Every 88 seconds. There we go. So they will spread on out, but we've got first city already done with just, you know, one stop here and one stop there. It's amazing how much easier that is now and how much farther they expand. Okay, and our train is just now finally about to be stopping there for the first time, I believe. Okay, now Waterbury is probably not going to be so easy, but that's okay. The good news is we can put the stop like right here on this turn, I think. So that'll be cool. Okay. Maybe... No. Alright, we're gonna delete this road just because it's annoying. So that hopefully we can just put it right here. And everything will be all nice and dandy. Alright, so this covers that whole area. So we don't need any stop in this whole area. We might actually try out having like two different lines, one going out to the industrial area and another one going out here, and then maybe a line going in between the two so that it connects on in. Let's try that. Alright. So let's try putting one up there, I think. Let's put one up there. Then one over here. And that should cover everything. So let's actually create two separate lines here. One like that. New line, go ahead and exit that. From there to there. And that should be good. Okay. So let's go ahead and place the nice little bus depot over here. My road vehicles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line all, line 3. Let's see how fast that is. That's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line all, line 4. So there we go. We got our route all set up and good to go. And now hopefully the city will be continuing to expand along with... Oh my goodness, we're going 7 miles an hour. Because I guess this hill here is actually quite a bit. Let's see, it goes from 148 to like 160. So yeah, that's a pretty quick little incline here, but luckily it's not too long. I think once I get past this little line here, it should be going faster. Alright, so that does take a while. Let's see how long just 10 minutes on the wait time there, not too bad. Okay, but as you can tell, we've spent a whole lot less money already, and things are already being fairly good. We got 3 people waiting here, and we've got 1 person waiting here with nobody on that train, but that's okay. Okay, so this should be fairly productive, and we have people waiting here at the bus line, which means that they'll eventually be coming over here as well. 2 people waiting there now. Fantastic. You can see that they are able to turn around no problem, which is great news. Okay, so this train is starting to go faster, which is good. It's made it long past that incline over there. And it's pretty much just flat terrain this whole way over to the city, which is great. And it actually starts to go downhill a bit. So it's interesting because it goes uphill and then downhill. And uphill very quickly and then gradual downhill. So pretty cool. I'm really liking this setup much better than our previous one. There's still nobody on this train, but that's because they are still making their first route through here. 8 people are waiting in Waterbury though, which is good. And 4 people are waiting in Madison, which is alright. But considering how, far spread out the city actually is, that's pretty good. Here we go, 10 people going to be headed on to Madison. Okay, so there are going to be more than 10 people waiting here at Madison by the time this train eventually gets here. And so I think that we're actually good to go ahead and expand not Madison, but actually expand Waterbury on down to Toledo. So with Toledo, I think we do just want to build on the top side of this city so that we can go on to Inglewood eventually. I'm not sure exactly how we want to do this. If we want to build one of the longer stations, or if we want to just build, or one of the ones with the station on the end like that, is what I meant. Could put it like right there at the corner. I don't think that that would work very well though. But if we did go with our original plan going down to Clearwater, we could just put the station here on the end. So let's actually just do that. And keep it 2, there we go. And now let's build this other line out. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And let's turn on contours again so that we can avoid everything. Okay, let's go there. Look, that's only $46,000 to go that whole way because it's just so flat. That is nice. That is nice. Oh yeah, this will be much better. Okay, yeah, we do want to curve back and then we'll curve back down. That'll be good. Okay. And let's go ahead and borrow another $1 million here. Okay, and curve on down. It looks like we overshot it a little bit, so we'll curve back a bit here. And we'll connect on up. Let's see. We're on the inside here, so we might as well stay on the inside, although I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be creating those multi-station lines ever again though, because it seems like just these one lines are much more efficient, and so I don't think I'll have like a chain of stations anymore. Okay. Go ahead and curve that on back. There we go, and now we can buy another locomotive, so let's go ahead and borrow a little bit more here and buy a train. Can't believe we're already doing our second line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set line all new line. 1, 2. There we go, and it's already on that new line. I love that feature. That is so nice. Okay. So now we got our next station all set up here in Toledo. So now Waterbury is bound to be expanding quickly, as line 1 already has 37 people waiting on it. Wow. And 12 people there with 25 people on the train. That is impressive. That is very impressive. Line 1 is almost profitable already, which is fantastic. Look at how flat that line is. That is nice. Whole way's flat pretty much. That is fantastic. Definitely want to start out with these flat lines with these early locomotives, which was another mistake I made from last time, so that is good. But we got it all fixed and good to go. Okay, and our first line is profitable. Line 2 is profitable now, which is great news. And this is line 3 here at this city. Line 2 is over here. in Madison, which makes sense because pretty much, half the town, in fact the majority of the town, has to ride on this line, so it makes sense that it's already making money. Alright, and I just noticed an easy-ish route. We have a food area over here that creates the stuff before you actually bake it. And then there's a food processing plant that you can take it to just down here. And then you can drop it off right there in Inglewood. So that would be a very easy route to do once we expand in that direction. Or we could even tie it into Toledo. We could do either of those. So since we're already situated in Toledo and the industry is up here, that's probably what we want to do next after we create a route here in Toledo, of course. 68 people riding on line 1, that's almost a full train. That is going to be fantastic when it gets all the way back over here. Alright, well I think that this is a good place to stop. This episode we got 2 lines set up already, and the majority of our city routes already set up. When we return, we will set up the route in Toledo, and we will also probably set up our first industry with this food line coming into Toledo, since Toledo needs food, just like every city needs food, for shopping, growth, and all of that kind of stuff. And we might even have it take it up to Waterbury as well. But that's not till next time. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of Transport Fever.